I'd show you around my autumn plot. It's nice and early on a Sunday morning. I thought it'd be nice to do it early on a Sunday morning for less traffic noise from the motorway. So there's our pretty bit. It's the sweet peas have given up and the nasturtiums and the cosmos have taken over. Who cares, as long as it looks nice. And the chrysanthemum that I'll put in a pot there, look, it's doing quite nicely. There we go. And it looks like it's going to flower fairly soon. So let's go and have a look in the cold frame. Here we go. Well, you may remember, you can always look back at the other videos, I thought that I'd put a couple of melon plants in here. I haven't. I ended up putting in a couple of squash. I'm going to really remember to label things properly next time. So let's have a little closer look and see what's happened to them. Yeah, I've got a couple of nice squash, they look. And another one over the back. One up there. So it's not all bad, is it? Now I thought I'd try an hanging basket with pansies in, because the my lobelia and marigolds are coming near the end, so go for some pansies. Right, let's have a go on inside of our little porch then and see what we got in here. Let's get round here, bob in front. There we go, that's the results. I'm quite pleased with that, and I've been picking them of course all year. I've been picking them all summer, so not too bad at all. And then let's go around and have a quick look around inside. It's got to be the year of the pepper this year. I got some chili peppers there, some sweet peppers there, look, and another sweet pepper, more chili. I've been picking them as well, and they've been absolutely gorgeous. I've still got my onions in here drying out, of course. Well, they're all going to go home soon, ready to be chomped on. And up the top there I've got some primulas which are kind of like in the shade. There may be time to bring them out, I don't know. I'm not much of a flower person, but we'll see. And then I had a couple of small tomatoes, well, small tomatoes, big plants. Weren't that flavourful really, but there we go. Perhaps not next year then. Let's go and have a look in the greenhouse next then. Go. Looking good. Once again, tomatoes did ever so well in here. Some of them are absolutely huge. Look at the size of this, look. That is huge askew, isn't it? Now, Cordy Burr, Italian type. Then I've got in here some really nice peppers. Some of these is just saved seed from peppers that's been bought in the supermarket. Just dried on a bit of kitchen towel and then sown up the next year. And they've done ever so well. And then I've got here, I'm well impressed with these. These are Californian Wonder. They were properly bought seed, but look at the size of that again. As big as my hand. I'm not sure that big is beautiful, but who cares? So, there we go. The Ailsa Craig, they always do very well in here. There we go, look. But the plants are beginning to look tired now, so it won't be long before they come out. Right, let's move on round the outside then. I sowed some pansies a while back, and I'm going to put them into some baskets later. They seem to have come on a bit quicker than I expected. So, and then along to our next lot of beds. Now this is going to be my cold frame for the winter. Not quite sure what I'm putting in it yet, but for the minute I've got some onion sets, just some cheap old ones from Cheapy Shop, and I'll put in there some late beans. Not late beans, they're ordinary French beans, but I'll put them in tongue-in-cheek. They might hold through the winter, or you know, into the winter anyway. So that's going to be my cold frame. So let's move on. Next job, of course, is my black currants and red currants. This could be their last year, so I haven't done anything at all. Strawberries. Remember last month I trimmed them all off because I thought that was the end of them. But of course we've had this little bit of late sunshine. They've all decided they're going to come back into flower. They think it's spring. I'm not sure quite what to do. I think I might just cut them all off again. I think it's going to affect next year's crop otherwise. So now let's go to the other side and look back onto the cold frames. Cold frames? What am I talking about, cold frames? Me raised beds. Now this one, I can't remember what I had in here now. How time flies, you soon forget. Yeah, I had onions in here, didn't I? No, I didn't. The onions were over there. No, these were peas and stuff like that. Right, so this bed next year will be onions, because I like to obviously rotate the beds. For the minute, I've just put in there some late beetroot and some onions. Yeah, some onion sets. Because I shan't need this until March next year. And then that bucket there's got a few leeks in it. Those leeks I just put into the greenhouse, and then coming round to our raised beds. This one had shallots in it. I've put in some carrots. I've sowed some carrots. They didn't go in there till August, and they've all come up. Look, they might survive, they might not, but if not, here to be a bed for next year. I think peas are going to go there. Then I've got courgettes, and I've done some celery. I'm going to have another go at celery. Then the next bed, I can't remember what was in there. That was garlic, wasn't it? Well, I've just got some lettuce in there. Most of that had come out now, and that'll be composted, ready for next year. Then I've got some carrots. That's a deep bed. I sowed those carrots way back in June. They're superb. They're lovely. I'm pulling them, they're super. And then the very far bed, that's the one that had the onions in it. Not sure what. I got a feeling there'd be carrots for the spring, or July-ish. And let's just come back and look at what's happened to this nasturtium. Look, it's overtaken me greenhouse. But there you go. It keeps the north wind off. So who cares? Okay, let's move rain now then to the grapevines. Right, we're back on this side again. The grapes. Now the ones on the end here, as you can see, are looking superb, and they're just beginning to make sugar now. But some of the other ones further along, they've all got some form of disease. They're small, some have even gone black. The best thing I can do now is to pick them all off and bin them. I'll get a little bit. The Save Owl did well. That's what's going to make the sparkling. So I'm quite pleased with it. You can't win them all, can you? Just got to be a bit philosophical about things. Okay, let's move on then. Rose looks good though. You've got to have a rose tree at the end of your grapevines. They do say it's to show disease, early warning of disease. I've never really thought it works, but anyway, there you go. So let's move on. Asparagus. Remember I gave the asparagus a little blood, fish and bone boost. They put on a little bit extra growth, so hopefully that's all boding well for next spring. And then my bath, let's have a quick nip round to the bath, shall we? Well, we've had a bit of wind and it's ripped this to bits. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I've just called in to pick things, that's all, because I've not been well. But the melon, we had one melon in here, but I've got plenty of cucumbers, so can't win them all, but you can win some, can't you? So the cucumbers did well in the bath, but I'm not saying the melon, I had one melon, very nice, it worked, but that's it. And then of course I've got my grapevine here. This is the dessert grape, and that's doing nicely, and they're actually quite tasty too. So whilst we're on this side, let's carry on along this side. There's my compost heap, is still well full up. And then my marrows. And there's a nice big marrow there, look, just sitting there waiting to be picked. There, that's your ordinary type pumpkin. Your common or garden type, carve it and make a mask with it. But I really do like these other ones. If I can very gently go across. There, look at that. That's a French one. I bought the seed in France as well, and I love them. Musique de Bouffants, something like that. You French speakers are probably be able to say it better. And then of course my sweet corn, which has shaded the pumpkins. They're doing well. I'm picking those. And then back over to this side again, mostly because I'll do most of the video for this side. I probably would be better off the other side. Well, it's the sun's behind us, isn't it? Let's stop talking rubbish. Sweet corn here. These are the sweet corn that I grew to shield the courgette plants. Worked a treat. But now, as soon as those sweet corn are done, I should chop the tops off because I want the sun to get on the courgettes. The courgettes have been superb this year. Then I've got some plum tomatoes there. There we go. There's my plum tomatoes. And considering that they are Italian, even the packet was written in Italian, they still have done quite well. And then the squash out here on the ground, they're doing all right as well. Got plenty of squash. Some of them are absolutely huge. There you go, there's one there, look. Oh, can we get close enough? Let's have a look at the size of it. That's got to be 9 inches. 9 inches long, which is just right. And there's more there, look. So I'm quite pleased with the squash. And then I ended up with turnips. Now I don't normally grow turnips, but there was a load of old seeds in the bottom of a tin, and I scattered them when after I dug the potatoes. They turned out to be a mixture of turnips and parsnips. But someone tells me turnips make good chips. So now moving on to the potatoes. They've still got plenty of leaf on. The little bit of bad weather we had last week, the wind, it's really racked them. It's given them a hard time. But I'm thinking now to start digging them. For two reasons. One, I'm trying to make a video showing the life of the potatoes, and two, I can't wait to see how they got on. Then moving on, then we've got our tomatoes, the raised bed tomatoes and the straight in the grain tomatoes. They're looking like they've got a bit of blight, so they're going to have to come out. Even if they haven't got blight, they've done all their business, so it's time for them to go. Then we've got the beetroot. Have been superb this year. I haven't had beetroot like it, but this year they've been absolutely brilliant. Let's come up close and show what's left, because we've been eating them. There, look at the size of that one. There's a nice one there, good 4 inches across. I've been picking them at tennis ball size, and they're perfect. Then our leeks equally as well. The leeks have done as well. The ones in the raised bed against the ones straight in the ground, really not a lot of difference. And then our parsnips, the one in the raised beds have got a lot more leaves on them, but we won't know until we dig them. And then we'll go across and we'll have a look at our pears and our apples. We'll just have a quick look at our winter brassicas here. They're growing so quick, the cages that I put to keep the pigeons off are too small. So when I get the netting off the grapes, then I will use that netting to net the brassicas. The pond looking good. Got another lily coming. Look, it's because we've had this little bit of late sunshine. Then the grapes, they're looking good as well. Even the red grapes, and they've started making sugar too. I just tested one this morning. Not bad at all. And there's some lovely bunches. So whether I'm going to get some red wine out of this, I don't know. The year before's rosé I made with this was okay. So maybe we will. Let's go across and have a look at the pears and the apples. Right, so we're on the other side now, and I've put some paving slabs in, look, to form, well, what will be a slightly raised bed, and then I've put in there some raspberry canes. Somebody gave them. They're in there. Oh, so we've got a Cape Gooseberry there, it's a south setter. I'm going to leave it there for a bit, but that'll come out, and then the raspberry canes will be the business. Then I've got my black currant bush and my red currant bush. They're doing okay. It all needs a bit of attention. And then the pears, I'm just so chuffed with these pears. Look at those lovely pears. I'm just so chuffed with them. Blackbird started eating them, so I put them flags out. I hope to put him off. I think it has. It's got a bit of netting over, but he squashes the net down. And then the apples, they are equally as good. Look at that. A lesson I have learned though is to thin them out so that you only get a sensible amount each time. And this year I've done just that, and now they're all a good size. Not as big as tennis balls, but not too bad. So let's give you a quick squidge around the whole plot. There we go. It's looking scruffy. That's because I haven't been here for a while. So my next job then, dig the taters, and we'll see you probably in the winter, I expect. And hopefully we'll have some wine as well. Okay, bye.